Righto. So what we got is a 780mm spotty gun handle and a Kelly Waxer 102 or 002. Looks like it's had the ridges filed out of this one, luckily. So I thought what we'll do is just go through how I hang them, try and get them as straight as possible, and yeah, so I'll just go through what I've done so far. Shape the eye up just roughly by eye, just till we get a start on the head, and then we'll seat him on with a couple of taps, and we'll just have a look where he's going. So we're about halfway in, and we can sight the axe, lining up both sides of the chisel with the centre of the palm down here, keeping everything lined up. You can see that's not going too bad. If anything, it's faced that way a little bit. And then we can also check where our heel and toe, excuse my back, where our heel and toe is pointing. So just grab a string line and then picking up the centre of the swell, going through there, we can see we've got about 8-10mm of the heel poking up, which is where I like to set them. Everyone's got a personal preference there though, it's totally up to you. That's kind of what you're looking for. So once we go to that, we're pretty happy with all that so far. What we can do is just spin that round. Good old stubby holder. Got this set up out here in the a bit better light outside than in the shed. So anyway, that's our podge. It's an old 15/16 spanner. Take our axe handle out. And then we're left with some marks, and we can actually feel it. Whichever side, you know, you'll feel it's got more, got a little bit less. That's what we're going to show. It's how we steer it on. So the trick is when you try and steer a head on, whichever side you're taking off to move the axe left or right, you've also got to allow for it on the front of the eye up on that side as well. So if you're taking out a bit back here to steer it the axe that way, you've also got to take it on this side, and that lets the axe come over. So we'll just show you. Just want to try and keep it even. When we looked at that with the string line and sighted down the axe, I think it was pretty straight, so we're not trying to take anything off left or right, we're not trying to go left or right, so we're just trying to keep everything even at the moment. Probably picked the worst timber to do this with because it's fiddleback spotty gum and it's hard as a goat's head. And where you got the fiddle pattern in the timber, your rasp wants to jump up over it, and you see it even more with a spoke shave or draw knife. at that to even everything out. Same with a maker handle. Always finish it before sanding with a spoke shave. Evens everything out. If you're working softer timbers, you can even use your spoke shave to do all most of your fine fitment work. A good shave. Just grab our head again. Find our hammer. You can see now we've got some handle protruding the top. It's starting to come on. Now, this is where you're going to have to start paying attention to where everything starts to go, because the proper handle will flare at the bottom. It will be tapered at the top and flared more towards the shoulder, and that allows you to steer the axe to where you want it. So we'll just double check our heel and toe again, and that'll tell us where we need to go and where we need to take off wood. You've just got to be onto it a bit here, because if you take it off, you can't put it back on. Oh, bit of timber. So as you can see there, we're still going pretty straight where we want to be. Happy with that. Always be aware of that edge when you're working with axes. I guarantee you I've cut myself more than most with every tool known to man has drew blood from me, one way or another. So back to here again. So all we do now is just keep working it up. We've got bugger all to go there now, so it is something you want to take your time with though, and work it back, slowly bringing everything back into your size of your handle. This vice is a bit not up to the task, but we need done. See that fiddleback, it's just so hard to work. But, that's a pretty good rasp, that one. Definitely fiddleback, spotted gum and hickory would have to be the two hardest timbers on your tools. So we'll just clean this up now with the spoke shave. Right. we've got a nice fitment there, nice bit of curl through here. And the next step that I will do is then I'll move my shoulder up. You can take it all the way down if you want, bringing your head all the way down to the shoulder. Totally up to you. If you want it a little bit longer, you've got plenty on an eye like this. It's about 140 long. Then it's just a matter of moving your shoulder to where you want it. In my opinion, it's most important. This is probably one of the most important parts, is getting rid of that shoulder, having it pronounced, and hanging down here is just setting the handle up to break there. That's where your grain run out's going to be, because of the way the handle's cut from the timber. So having that tucked up into the eye as close as you can kind of eliminates that. I wouldn't say it eliminates it, sorry, but you're giving it the best chances it's got. This axe ain't going to be used, so it's not imperative, but just to show you. And just before I finish everything off, I double check everything. I know my heel and toes where I want it to be, but for the last time, we just sight the axe. And we're dead in the middle of the swell, so happy with that. So yeah, that's how I go about it. And the reason we take that shoulder down is during your swing, we don't want that handle to open your hand up. Just keeping it like that and being able to keep them the fingers together, locked like that. That's why we do it. Yeah, so obviously your next steps, trim this up. I'll leave about 10 mil on an axe like this poking out the top. It'll then get a cheesewood wedge, which I've already made. I'll make them to suit the eye before I do that, so that's perfect. To suit that eye. A little bit of wood glue on the wedge. Seat him home, nip him off through the bandsaw. Yeah, that's it. Final sand, and then oil, if you're that way inclined. But yeah, anyway, hope that helps some dudes, and yeah, cheers.